straight ahead, we'll get to this lightweight bout between Donald Cerrone and Charles Oliveira. Well, this young man is a really accomplished submission specialist, and sometimes fighters get offended when you call them a specialist, but most people know what he's trying to do in there, and to this point, no one's really been able to stop him.
John, he will try to pull guard. He pulls guard anymore in the UFC at this point, but he understands that for him to be successful, the fight has to be in the grappling, in the jiu-jitsu. If he's able to extend these jiu-jitsu exchanges, he is the guy that is generally going to win. He understands position. He understands going from point A to point B. He always is the one controlling the underhook. Always has the frame. Just a knowledge of jiu-jitsu that not many people can match.
And you can be sure as he makes this walk tonight, he's thinking about just how quickly he can get this fight to the ground and utilize those aforementioned high-level submission skills. Well, if any modern-era UFC athlete is worthy of a Hall of Fame distinction, despite having never realized a UFC title, I would submit to you Donald Cowboy Cerrone. His resume reads like a UFC record book.
And he just keeps on getting better. Every time you think Cowboy is starting to get to the end of the road, he reinvents himself. He makes some small change to his game that allows him to compete at the highest level. The run that he went on after beating Alexander Hernandez and then coupling that with the massive victory over Al Iaquinta, you thought watching that you were watching the very best Cowboy Cerrone you've ever seen. And this is at the tail end of a career that spanned over a decade.
And his new source of motivation, his son Danger, these are very legitimate championship aspirations for Donald Cowboy Cerrone, trying to move one step closer here tonight. And now our tail of the tape for this lightweight scrap. Oliveira is 30, Cerrone is 37. Oliveira will have a 1-inch reach advantage. And with the official introductions, here is the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
The lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 30 wins, 8 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, Charles Oliveira. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a Muay Thai kickboxer holding a professional record of 36 wins, 15 losses, 1 draw, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Donald Cowboy Cerrone. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon is Dan Mergliotta.
Dan Mergliotta, your referee.
You ready?
All right, ready to go here, round 1. Charles Bronx Oliveira, double-digit wins in the first round in his MMA career. Fast starter. He's in that upright stance here as usual. We'll see how Charles Oliveira chooses to attack here early. Opens with the left hand and lands flush. All right, good to have you with us tonight as we get round 1 underway. On one side of this equation, we have one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners in the sport. And whether he pulls guard or goes for the takedown, you got to think at some point this fight's going to hit.
As soon as the fight hits the floor, he's going to start throwing his legs.
It looks like he's going after the leg. We'll see if he can get the submission. Oh, we're getting a finish here. And this might just be a matter of time. Wow.
Down into his mouth.
Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop it.
You got to defend. But you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish. You got to recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you got to move him off.
And this might just be a matter of time. Oh, and there's the tap, so he submits him with the armbar. How about that?
Great job. Great.
Donald Cowboy Cerrone by submission.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's about as good as he's looked in the grappling realm, and he stayed focused on the arm bar. He kept going back to the well for it, and ultimately, in the middle of this fight, he gets the tap. That is a big finish for that young man here tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled. He's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight, got the submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission, and that's exactly how you put the rest of this division on notice. Looks like this guy could be a factor moving forward in this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliante has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 47 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, Donald Cowboy Cerrone.
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find a submission. They found a submission. He got his hand raised in the way that he loves the most.